Hello and welcome to another ENS website training video for ZENCIL. Today we're going to be looking at some advanced layout techniques using tables. First of all, make sure you're signed into your ENS ZENCIL website by using the Firefox browser. So let's look at adding a table and adding a layout whereby we will have an image, some text, and an image. This can make your website look more viable and can sometimes be needed when you want to control your layout. Let's select Change Text. Once we're in the text editor, let's give that some spacing. Let's look at adding or inserting a table onto our content text editor. Now, I'm going to look at adding a table which will have 3 different columns in which I can place 3 different elements of content. So in order to do this, I'm going to set the table properties to the correct dimensions. I'm going to give it 1 row with 3 columns. Here you can set the width and height of your table. Now you can also do this manually in your text editor by dragging your tables to be a certain size. But let's start them right here. I'm going to set the width to 600 pixels and I'm going to set the height to 400 pixels. This will create a fairly large table. Let's look at the other properties. Here you can select the border size of your table. So 1 will be the smallest border size you will have. If, however, you just want to lay out your content without looking like it's in a table, you can do so by selecting your border size to 0. This will give the table no border, so you don't have to worry about the actual size of it. Here let's look at cell spacing and cell padding. This will only really be applicable when you are setting your border. This will give the amount of spacing that your content will start to appear once it's inside the border. This can help control how close your different cells are together and how close your content will visually look together. Your cell padding will look at the content inside the actual cell itself and will also help control how closely spaced out your content is. So for now, I'm going to leave this at the default cell spacing and cell padding of 1. Generally, which is advisable, is that you can create your different tables. You can then go back into your table properties and take a look at the different properties that are available and fix it out so it suits how you want your content to be laid out. Best practices is trial and error. Let's look at the alignment. You have 3 different options on how you want to align your table. Aligning it left will align it to the left-hand side of your page, right to the right-hand side of the page, and center will center your table to the middle. I'm going to select center. You can give their table a caption if you wish, which is a header. I'm going to leave this blank. You can also give it a summary. I'm going to leave these both blank, as I just want this to look like an image layout. Let's select OK. You can see our table has now been created. Because it has no border, we'll just have this slightly white dashed line look. You can see you can select different cell contents as you go along. So I'm going to look at adding, for instance, an image here, some content here, and another image here. Just have a look at how the layout could be. You'll get an idea of how you want to change your layout and insert different content as you go along. So let's insert an image into this cell table here by using the Insert Image button, which can be found on the top navigation bar. Let's select Insert Edit Image. You can browse your server to find the image that you want. I've just created a table link, which is just the ENS Classroom logo. You can set its properties here. I'm going to select OK, leave everything as default. You can see now that this creates the image within inside the table cell. Let's look at creating the image on the other cell. I'm just going to use the same image again. You of course can use whatever images you'd like to use yourself. Let's insert this same image again. Let's go to our ENS classroom. Of course, you must make sure all these images are already uploaded onto your server. If not, you can use the browse function at the bottom there. Let's select OK. You can now see that you have two images placed within inside your table. Let's look at adding a little bit of content into the middle page here. Let's just copy and paste this sentence here. So you can now see that you're able to place your images on either side of your content. Let's save this and see what it looks like on our web page. Once you scroll down, you can now see that your content has appeared in between two images. Similarly, you can use the table for any sort of advanced layout you want. If you wish to place text beside a YouTube video or text beside a Google map or anything like that. There will be a number of other tutorials that you can follow on advanced layout to understand how tables can work to how you want your layout to look. Thank you for tuning in. That was an introductory to image layout with tables. We look forward to hearing from you from another ZENCIL website training video.